All Kmart associates strive to provide a wow member experience. One key element in creating this experience is to acknowledge the member and offer assistance. In this video, you will learn how to use the 10-foot rule to acknowledge members and how to assist members who ask where an item is located. Let's take a look at some examples of the 10-foot rule in action. The 10-foot rule states that any associate within 10 feet of a member must acknowledge the member with a smile and simple greeting. For example, when you see a member, be sure to smile and say, "Good afternoon, may I help you with anything?" Let's watch a few examples.
Hi, is there anything I can help you with today?
No thanks, I'm just looking.
All right, well, if you need any help, just let me know.
Thank you, I will.
In this scenario, the associate stopped their task when the member walked by. The associate then greeted the member and offered assistance. The member didn't need help right away, but helped create a positive member experience. Let's watch another example.
Morning, how can I help you today?
Hi, can you tell me where the towels are?
Yes, follow me, I'll take you to them. Here are our towels. We have some more in the next aisle. If you have any other questions, please let me know.
Cool, thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.
In this example, the associate gives full attention to the member when greeting them. When the member asks where the towels are located, the associate walked with the member to locate the item. Let's watch another example.
Good morning. Is there something I can help you with today?
Oh, no thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
You too.
Hi, how are you today? Is there anything I can help you with?
No thank you, I'm set.
Okay, have a great day.
Notice how the associate slowed down to acknowledge each member, but didn't have to stop. Of course, if the member would have asked for assistance, the associate would have stopped and helped with the request. In this video, you've learned 3 key things: to stop your task and focus on acknowledging the member, to walk a member to a requested item, and to smile and greet a member within 10 feet and ask if they need assistance. It is important to consistently use the 10-foot rule to serve, delight, and engage our members while they shop their way.
At Kmart, customers rule. That means everything we do is focused on the customer. It also means that we want each of our customers to have a world-class shopping experience every time they visit one of our stores. How do we do that? By providing superior customer service to all Kmart customers. Superior customer service means going the extra mile to meet and exceed customers' expectations. Think about it. Kmart customers are a very diverse group: tall and short, small and large, young and not so young. Some customers have disabilities, including mobility impairments, blindness, deafness, or a disability you cannot see, such as a learning disability or psychiatric illness. But there is one thing all Kmart customers have in common. It's the reason they've come into the store. Every customer has a need. And it's our job to satisfy that need every day. Because when you satisfy your customers, exceed their expectations, and provide a welcome, friendly, and accessible environment in which to shop, you're delivering superior customer service. It all begins with you, the store associate, with your smile and your willingness to help our customers. As you've learned in other associate training programs, our commitment to customer service means assisting all Kmart customers. In addition to providing world-class customer care, Kmart is also committed to removing any barriers that could detract from a customer shopping experience. According to the U.S. Census Bureau in 2002, more than 50 million Americans had some form of disability. Disabilities include a difficulty to walk, see, speak, hear, or understand others. Remember, some disabilities are physically obvious, but others may be the result of a stroke, autism, or other conditions that affect the brain. These are called hidden disabilities because you cannot often tell that people are disabled simply by looking at them. If customers tell you they have a disability, don't question that statement. Instead, do your best to assist them. Each day, customers with disabilities enter our stores to shop. That's why this sign is posted right next to the front door. It lets customers know that if they are disabled and in need of assistance, all they have to do is come to the service desk and ask. It also lets customers who use service animals know that the animals are welcome in the store. And while we make every effort to maintain an open and barrier-free environment, some obstacles may still arise. It's important that these be identified and removed on a regular basis. Barriers may include parking spaces blocked by shopping carts, aisles blocked with freight, fitting rooms and restrooms that are inaccessible or blocked, counters that are cluttered with boxes or other supplies, closed or blocked wheelchair-accessible checkout lanes, merchandise that is simply out of reach, or any other obstacle that makes it difficult for customers to shop our stores. These are barriers you can see, but there's another type of barrier that can exist. It has to do with attitude, how you feel towards people with disabilities. Misunderstandings and misconceptions can create some of the biggest barriers of all. Our goal is to exceed the requirements of all our customers, including those protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. The ADA is a federal law that requires all public and commercial establishments, like Kmart stores, to be accessible to individuals with disabilities. From the parking lot to the checkout lanes and everywhere in between, customers have a right to expect a barrier-free shopping environment, and it's our responsibility to provide it. We will also give you some specific guidelines for the placement of display racks and show you ways that you can assist customers with disabilities. It all adds up to world-class customer service. As a trained associate, you'll find it very easy to meet and exceed customers' expectations and ADA requirements just by doing your regular job. For example, out in the parking lot, which is the very first place our customers see when they come to our stores, it's easy to understand how an everyday item like a shopping cart can create a significant barrier for some customers. But it's just as easy to turn this situation around. Take another look. Frequent maintenance of the parking lot can increase customer satisfaction from the moment the customer enters the lot. It's important that all parking spaces and access aisles be kept free and clear of shopping carts and other obstructions at all times. If you see a shopping cart blocking a parking space reserved for customers with disabilities, or the striped areas around it, take a moment to move the cart out of the way. Then, place it in the cart corral or take it to the store. What if the barrier is another vehicle? If a vehicle is blocking one that belongs to a customer who uses a wheelchair or scooter, make every effort to identify the owner so the vehicle can be moved. This can include making a PA announcement in the store if necessary. If that doesn't work, however, be sure to tell your supervisor about the car causing the problem. Just inside the store, there's another everyday item that can be a barrier to someone in a wheelchair or on a scooter. Imagine how frustrating this situation might be if hand baskets were out of your reach. It's easy to keep the hand baskets in 2 equal stacks so that any customer can reach them. If your store has electric scooters, it's important to make sure that the batteries are charged and that the scooters are available for customers' use at all times. At the end of each day, return the scooters to the front of the store and plug them in so that they can recharge overnight. It's also a good idea to keep the scooters plugged in during the day when they're not in use. Let's take a look now at several areas throughout the store and the specific requirements for accessibility. It's very important to keep proper spacing between movable display racks so that customers in wheelchairs or on scooters can access the merchandise on the racks. You'll want to make sure there is as much space as possible to access merchandise on movable displays, and that there is, at a minimum, a path of at least 32 inches to at least one side of each movable display. These 32-inch paths should be linked together to prevent making places where customers who use wheelchairs or scooters must back up to exit the area. When tables are used to display merchandise, there must be at least 32 inches between the long sides of the table and any table located next to it. In addition, movable four-way display racks, such as those found in our apparel departments, jewelry, accessories, and hosiery, must have at least 32 inches on any side where other four-way racks are located next to them. This makes it possible for a customer using a wheelchair or scooter to access the merchandise on these racks. In a few of our stores, however, the amount of space required between movable displays and between tables may be slightly different. Ask your store's management team what the specific requirements are for your store. Also, if you find that you need to remove racks from the sales floor in order to meet the rack spacing requirements we've outlined, talk with your store's management team before removing any racks. It's important to follow these rack spacing policies so customers in wheelchairs or on scooters can access our apparel merchandise. However, even with proper rack spacing, there may be times that a customer in a wheelchair or on a scooter may have difficulty accessing apparel items. Other areas of the store where customers in wheelchairs or on scooters may have difficulty include accessing merchandise in the furniture display area or using self-service devices or machines. In order to provide our customers who use wheelchairs or scooters with increased access to apparel, furniture, and self-service devices and machines, Kmart offers a service to help these customers. When a customer who uses a wheelchair or scooter asks for assistance, explain that there are two different options available. First, offer the customer one of the store's two-way communication devices that are kept at the service desk, such as a walkie-talkie. That way, the customer can contact the service desk when he or she needs assistance to reach or access apparel merchandise, furniture, or to use a self-service device or machine. If the customer prefers not to use a walkie-talkie, make yourself or another associate available to help the customer. And whether a customer is asking for assistance on a walkie-talkie or in person at the service desk, make sure an associate responds within 3 minutes of the customer's request for assistance. In addition to the rack spacing requirements we've outlined, there must also be a 36-inch pathway to all merchandise displayed in a drive aisle, to all fixed displays, and to all appliances. When there is merchandise displayed next to a wall or eye wall, there must be a path of at least 36 inches between the merchandise and the wall. The same is true if your store uses straight-run displays in drive aisles or outside during sidewalk sales. Aisle stacks are only permitted in the pantry section of Kmart stores and the grocery section of Super Kmart stores. Within these sections, aisle stacks need to be placed so that the merchandise next to the stack is accessible. It's important that aisle stacks do not block access to an entire category of merchandise, but they may block one of the brands of merchandise, such as Folgers coffee versus all of the other brands of coffee. In addition to providing a convenient shopping experience, we also want to provide our customers with a safe shopping environment. That means making sure that the aisles throughout the store are free of obstacles or barriers that could become safety hazards for customers and associates alike. Ladders and other equipment used to move merchandise on the sales floor, like flatbed carts or four-highs, must not be left unattended in the aisles, even for a short period of time, such as when you go on break. And boxes should not be left unattended on the sales floor. If you need to assist a customer for a moment, however, move the cart or boxes that you're working with out of the way first. Fitting rooms and restrooms are provided for our customers' convenience. But when access to these areas is blocked, customer satisfaction suffers. All fitting rooms and restrooms must be kept clear of obstructions and clutter at all times. It only takes a few seconds to provide good customer care in these areas. In some stores, the fitting rooms and restrooms are locked during business hours to help reduce the risk of theft. The wheelchair-accessible fitting rooms and restrooms can only be locked if all the other fitting rooms and restrooms in the store are locked. If the fitting rooms or restrooms in your store are locked and a customer asks you for assistance, provide it right away. Many of the most important ways that we can provide our customers with a great shopping experience involve you, the Kmart associate, and the manner in which you assist our customers. When a customer asks for assistance, provide it, even if it's not in the department where you usually work. For example, if you work in soft lines and you happen to be walking through the hardware area when a customer asks you for help, stop and provide it. If you work in the photo shop or electronics and you encounter a customer in another department who needs assistance, stop and provide it. Do not tell a customer, "This is not my department." Instead, offer to help the customer. Not only will the customer appreciate it, you'll feel good knowing you've helped meet and exceed a customer's expectations. There are also several areas in the store where great customer service is a key element to providing individuals in wheelchairs or on scooters with a great shopping experience. These include jewelry, electronics, and the service desk, where the counters in the store are sometimes too high to be easily used by customers using a wheelchair or scooter. If you are working at one of these higher counters, step out from behind it to assist the customer. Some counters have flip-up shelves to assist customers in wheelchairs or on scooters. Make sure you know how to use these shelves. If you don't, ask your supervisor. If your store has flip-up shelves and they're not working properly, be sure to let a member of the management team know right away. In some stores, the counter may have a lower portion designed for easy wheelchair or scooter access. Make sure this area of the counter is kept clean and free of clutter at all times. Many service desks have a lowered portion of the counter. This lowered portion of the counter must be kept free and clear of merchandise or other materials at all times. Outdoor sales areas, including sidewalks and tents, are another area where we need to make sure customers have open access. It's important that there are clear paths, at least 36 inches wide, to the merchandise sold outdoors, and that there are clear paths, at least 36 inches wide, from wherever merchandise is being sold outdoors to the entrance of the store. Keep a lookout for shopping carts and any fixtures that may block access, and remove them right away. One of the most important areas of your store is the one our customers see last, the checkout. Having an open checkout lane that is wheelchair and scooter accessible allows customers to complete their shopping experience with ease. It also means that every Kmart store is working hard to comply with the requirements of the ADA and exceed them. If you are a front-end associate and the lane you are working in is wheelchair accessible, it's important that you do not close your checkout lane without making sure that another accessible checkout lane is open. If you are working at a wheelchair-accessible checkout lane, be sure to point out to your front-end supervisor that your lane is wheelchair accessible when he or she sends you on break or it is the end of your shift. Your front-end supervisor will then make sure that someone else covers your checkout lane or that another wheelchair-accessible lane is opened. That way, an accessible checkout lane for all our customers, including those using wheelchairs or scooters, will always be open and available. The service desk can be used as the accessible checkout lane, but only if it is the only checkout open in the store. For some, interacting with people who are different from us may be uncomfortable. Some people are simply afraid that they might do or say the wrong thing. Customers with a disability, like all customers, need you to be patient, to listen to their needs. This may include reaching merchandise from a display or taking packages to a customer's car. In most cases, the assistance you provide will be greatly appreciated. But if you think you might be uncomfortable or have concerns about assisting a customer with a disability, consider these tips. Always smile at the customer. Be considerate and recognize their need without calling attention to the disability. Always ask permission prior to providing any assistance. Listen and respond to the customer's needs. And always treat each customer in a friendly and professional manner. When offering assistance to a customer who is blind, be sure to announce your presence and identify yourself. When escorting blind customers to another location in the store, allow them to take your arm if they would like to, but do not take their arm. If they ask for directions, offer to show them where they wish to go. In addition, offer to read store signs and merchandise labels. Service animals have been individually trained to perform tasks for people with disabilities, such as guiding people who are blind, alerting people who are deaf, pulling wheelchairs, alerting and protecting a person who is having a seizure, or performing other special tasks. Service animals are working animals. They are not pets. If you are unsure if an animal is a service animal, you may ask, "Is that a service animal?" If the customer says yes, accept the customer's answer and let the animal into the store, even if the nature of the customer's disability is not obvious. Some customers may be deaf or hard of hearing. When assisting a deaf customer, signal before you speak. Face the customer when speaking. Speak clearly and avoid shouting. If the customer has an interpreter, maintain eye contact and address the customer directly. Ask the customer if he or she would like to communicate in writing, and offer paper and pencil. When helping customers with speech impairments, it's important to allow enough time to establish positive communication. Be sure to smile and greet the customer. Listen closely to what the customer says. If you don't understand what the customer says, it's okay to ask the customer to repeat it. Then, repeat back what you've heard until the customer acknowledges your understanding. If you are still having trouble communicating with the customer, try asking yes or no questions, such as, "Are you looking for the fitting room?" or "Would you like assistance reaching merchandise?" Then, if necessary, offer the customer a pen or pencil to write down his or her question. Some customers, including those with a mental disability, may become confused or disoriented, especially in a large store like Kmart. When offering assistance to someone who is confused, be patient. Allow the customer time to express his or her thoughts. Ask short questions to help understand what the customer needs. Then, escort the customer through the store. This may help remove their confusion. Sometimes a disability may be a temporary condition. Customers on crutches or in wheelchairs need to feel comfortable when they shop our stores as well. Most of the time, a helping hand is all they need. It's a simple way to make sure that a customer with a temporary disability has a satisfying shopping experience. People with disabilities want to be treated just like everyone else. You'll find that helping customers with disabilities is easy. If you're afraid of doing or saying the wrong thing, you can work to overcome your fear. Remember these key points. Help a customer with a disability as you would any other customer, with eagerness and patience. Always smile and offer your assistance, but know that it's okay for the customer to refuse your help. Always speak directly to a person with a disability, even if he or she is accompanied by someone who is not disabled. And remember to treat all customers, including those with disabilities, with respect. They will really appreciate it. And you can feel good about a job well done. When customers enjoy their shopping experience, the benefits are clear. There's an increase in customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, and improved sales and profitability. Remember, all Kmart customers deserve the same amount of exceptional customer service, whether they have a disability or not. It's up to you, as a Kmart associate, to help make sure every customer, regardless of disability, has a satisfying shopping experience. For more information on ADA or customers with disabilities, consult your store manager, human resources representative, or CST Bulletin Number 3. This bulletin, along with your store's operating policies, address a number of accessibility and customer service opportunities. For more general information, contact your local or state disability association.